with it, but that is it, you know. Educate. You can't go wrong, you know. I guess, I mean, no matter once, I guess if somebody is depressed, he should go read or go try and find.
Are we also, our people, I mean, those who are much older than we are they telling stories? Are they inspiring us to even want to write? I mean, we will definitely have a different experience from those who lived in pre-independence era, or say independence, or witnessed the first school, we young people. But are they telling enough stories to inspire us to write our own stories? Do you think so?
You know, 5 years ago, I was worried. You know, I used to tell some of my friends who all they did was write collections of, published collections of essays, that they weren't doing justice to our memory, our collective memory, that people should sit down and write extended non-fiction works, which are the kind of things you're talking about. My life in, you know. I think we're beginning to have all of those things. I mean, Shegun wrote his own thing in the State House. This gentleman has written the Accidental, you know, and you know, I used to say, you know, there have been in South Africa, there have been about 10 books on the Mbeki years. You know, I mean, an unexamined nation is not worth living in. If you are not examining, you know, the trajectory of nation building, how we've moved, nobody will have examples, which is what you're talking about. I mean, to go back to. But in terms of individual, as you speak, you know, I repeat it here again, that I think that, you know, the nation hasn't happened the way that generation, let me just say, people of ages between, say, 55 and 75, you know. The nation hadn't turned out the way they expected, and there are quite a number of them were not part of the looting, and they feel so. I mean, when you meet a regular 70-year-old that wasn't a minister or permanent secretary, or you know, that just basically was on his own, an average person, there's something set in his face that shows a sad disappointment. You know, this was a guy that was born at the time everybody thought that there was going to be a new nation, you know, and he would have been 17, you know, I mean, being in school, you know, when all of that was happening, and then so he gets a good job when he goes to university, and then all of those have happened, you know. I mean, now we're celebrating some few silverbed cinemas when there were Global Hall and Plaza and Metro and Roxy as far back as the 60s. I mean, this place happened, and then what happened? You know, I think that, so people then are so disappointed they can't write stories anymore. You know, they don't want to know what stories to tell, you know.
All right.
But education, I think, you just got it.
Toyin Akinosho is the Secretary General, Committee for Relevant Arts, CORA. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're back after this. Join us again.
Not another luxury. The new luxury comes into the world. Experience new luxury. Kia Quaris.